Hello friends, welcome back to another video of mine. Uh, this beginning part of the portion of this video is part of the post-production. I have added it in the front. As you might notice, the length of this video that I've uploaded is quite large. It's close to 45 minutes. And at first I thought I should not upload such a big video, but then since the purpose of this channel is to showcase the journey of a new student, right from from start to you know finish, or you can say to an advanced level. I thought it made all the more sense to do this in this video. As it will begin, you would notice that I'm going to try to mm, make a grid pattern in the coming video. So in grids, obviously, you have to divide everything in equal parts. So this is what you're going to see in this video, creating a nice grid pattern. But uh, soon I will run into problems regarding snapping properly, and I kept it raw so that I could showcase that what the problem really was. And by the end of the video I would begin to solve the problem partially, but I'll upload a small separate video to talk about the problem that I actually faced, which is part of this video. But the solution within this video, having completed the project, was still not complete. It was partial. So at the end of the video, sorry, not in at the end of the video, in the next video I will talk about the exact solution to the problem that I faced in this. And the solution is an absolute must for any new beginner. It was such a small thing, but I think these are the problems, these are the things that keep away all the beginners from trying to do what they might want to achieve, because there is so much uh, underlying that you have to try and understand and get better at. So as you watch this video, by the end of it, the problem would be partially solved. In the next video I will give the exact answer to that, and the solution for any new beginner is going to be extremely important. Thank you. Please watch the full video, or you can skip it, or you can watch it at 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed, up to you. But it's interesting. I'm documenting my whole journey as it is. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome back to my channel, Rocky to Sloppy. uh, if you're following my channel, you already know that I'm a student and I am documenting my journey of learning to work in Adobe Illustrator. From the previous video, today I'm going to work on creating more backgrounds. Yesterday, or in my last video, which was yesterday, I tried to create a background, and today I will continue with the same. But this time around, what I want to do is that I want to create some sort of pattern. Like we see those wonderful patterns online, or we choose for background in which they're more like in a grid, a lot of grids all set together. I want to try something of the sort, that I can create a lot of grids and then do more, and something of the sort, and create designs in that. So that is what I'm going to do. And for that, I was spending time by myself and trying to learn how to create grids and patterns, just the way I tried right now, by randomly drawing a block and then adding on to it. What I was thinking out of my own common sense and experience was, like we do in Microsoft Word, we can just draw tables. It gives us rows and columns, and we can add those you know tables and rows whichever way we want. We can choose the size of the table and the number of rows and columns. I was trying to study it and find out, can we do the same in Illustrator, which is obviously yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to create a triangle. I'll choose the rectangular, sorry, not a triangle, a rectangle. I'll choose the rectangular tool, left click, and I'll choose the size. The size I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the width at 1000 pixels and the height at 500 pixels. And I'm going to press OK. It will give me a proportionate triangle. I'll press V to the selection tool and bring it in the center. Now the reason why I have chosen a perfect rectangle of 1000 by 500 is because I want to create a perfect grid, so that I can decide what should be the size or the number of rows and columns, and they should have a proper size. Now the next thing that I need to do is that I need to divide this into grids so that I can work on it and create a background. For that, as I learned, just like we have tables in Microsoft Word, if I go here in the objects and in the path section, because we want to divide the whole box, so it's like dividing the path. This option is here in the path, and down here we have split into grid. And if I go here, I can now choose the number of rows and columns. The number of rows that I want to keep is 4, and the number of columns that I want to keep is 8. So now this will be just like the width and the height, they are in a proportion, 1:2 proportion. So I'll press OK. Now I have proper boxes. Now I can one by one fill colors in them. If I go here and in swatches, I can fill colors, and I've selected the stroke here. I'll undo it, Control Z, undo the I'll keep the stroke for the moment. Select the fill color and go into swatches, and I can choose the boxes one by one all by myself and begin to color them. So in this way I can quickly create a grid. But obviously I want to do more with it. I want to create patterns inside this grid, so I'll not do that at the moment. So I've solved my first problem, that I've created quickly a lot of boxes by making a grid. The next thing, as I was trying to do, was that I was manually trying to draw a box into each one of them. So what I did was I pressed shift and then selected it and tried to match the corners here, and I thought now I can draw the box out here and just match the points with anchor points. But as you can already see, the path has also increased its size. So I understand there must be somewhere a way here, somewhere here, to pulled it out. I'll just try and so there must be somewhere here to keep the strokes constant even if I resize everything, but at the moment I couldn't find it. So I was struggling with this. I was trying to do this and then go back here, and then every time I select this and try to match it again and then do something else. So I was struggling with this problem. So what I was looking for was that how can I work with it without caring about the stroke size. So what I was able to find a solution for this, I was looking for a tool that could help me. And if you're a learner, this is something that you will also come across, that when you try and draw something and you resize it, once you have chosen it, you resize it, the stroke width will also change with it. One way of doing could be is that if you created it, don't choose the selection tool, just keep the rectangle tool, and then when you resize it, maybe still the same problem. So anyways, what I did was the answer was to turn this whole stroke I'll give the box, I'll give the whole grid a light color, easy on the eyes to work with. Something like this, really like this. But I'm going to turn off the stroke. Now the moment I turn off the stroke, I can see the outline because of the fact I've selected it, but when I click away, it doesn't show me the lines. So the answer to that is to turn it into wireframe. The shortcut for wireframe is Control Y. Now what it has done is that even without the uh, selecting the stroke is set to none. As you can see here, the stroke is set to none. I can still see the outline because right now I am in the wireframe mode. The shortcut is Control Y. If I press Control Y again, I can come out of it. Control Y, and now I can do whatever I want. So now I'm going to add more shapes into it. The first one I will try and add is just add a few ellipses. I can go here, zoom in a little bit, select the anchor point, hold Shift Alt and try and make a circle here. So this is how I found the solution to my problem. So I can add a circle here. I can then take a copy of it and zoom in it, hold it from the center and just intersect it here, but it's not intersecting properly. I can further zoom in here, select the center point, but it's not doing so. I can create one more. I can delete this, zoom out. In fact, if you're thinking it is going outside, that is because I will cut it out, but always draw over these. Now the two boxes and this is selected. I'll go in the shape builder tool, press Alt, it will turn into minus, and draw over it, and that will take away the shape. So I have these boxes now to myself. All of them are different. Now you might be thinking that these two are together, so I can do separate. I'll talk about that later on, how to cut this out. Next, again I'll select the ellipse tool, zoom in it a bit, and find the anchor point, shift and alt, and draw it. As you can see, it is not in the center. I'll press Ctrl Z, or I can just press Alt and do it like this, and press V, hold it from the center and intersect it here. Now I can press Shift and Alt again, and I can draw it out once again and align it perfectly. So I have drawn one more shape. I can take this, press Alt, and just keep it here, perfectly align it, intersect it here. It's not properly aligned. I'll again hold it and I'll again try and hold from here, and now it's properly intersecting. And what I can do more is I can even cut out a pie chart, like a pie out of it. I can take this or I can take this, press Ctrl C, copy it here, and then press Ctrl Shift and V, paste it in place. And now I can hold Alt and Shift and make it smaller and zoom in it a little bit. Hold the path from here, hold Shift and intersect it here. Now I have a path. I can later on cut it out the shape here. I can select this and I can press shift and select this, and now I can go into the shape builder tool, select it, press alt and just do this minus, and I have this shape now as one shape. I have pressed it, single clicked once, and I have the shape now. If you want to see it, I can drag it out, and as you can see, this is one shape. So I'll undo it, take it back. So I can do something like this. I can press alt, take a copy out of it, and I can press shift and turn it 90 degrees, and I can go in here, hold from the path and try and just align it properly. Like so. It's still not doing it. I'll zoom out and I'll try and hold it from here. I'll hold the path and try and bring it here. Now it's aligned, but somehow I've moved this box, so I'll press undo to find out. As you can see, the box has moved from its place, so I'll press undo, Control Z here. So I just need to hold this, that's it, and I'll zoom in, keep on holding the path and try and bring it here down. Now it's fine, I think. There you go. So as you can see, I have done this. I can press alt and shift and make it smaller, and try and hold from here the path, press shift, hold the path, press shift and bring it down here. So this is one smaller shape. I can press alt, make a copy out of it, and I can press it, press shift and rotate it by 90 degrees, and I can just hold the path, hold and press shift to align it here. So this will give me another shape. Now I'm going to try and create some triangles in here. Let's see if I can do that. Let's try create a triangle here. There are two ways of doing it. I can go here. I need to make sure that the paths are turned off for all of them. The path is set to none. So I'll go here and I'll go to the star tool, left click, and number of sides are 3, and press OK. I have my triangle. If I come out of wireframe, Control Y, yeah, the fill is set to none. I can go back again, Control. As you can see, I cannot see anything like this, but I've select, I will see all the shapes, and that is why I'm working in wireframe. I'll again press Control Y, and here I am in wireframe again. I'll keep this away. I'll have more space to work. Another thing that I learned was to zoom in, zoom out properly. For that I have to press Z for zebra, and then if left click and towards the, if I press it, it allows me to zoom. If I just it's not working. It's not working the way I thought it would. Maybe it's wireframe, that's why. Yeah. If you're not in wireframe, if you press and just move the cursor towards the right, it will zoom in, zoom, and if you press towards the left by holding the click, it will zoom out. So zoom in, zoom out. Or you can just draw. You can press alt and nothing happens. If I press Control, nothing happens. Shift, it's just the same. But if you are in wireframe, Control Y, then it will allow you to zoom on a particular area and you can draw over it by going, so you can go nearer and nearer in a shape, which is wonderful. So I don't know how to zoom out, so I'll just go back to the normal mode and just push out. So the other thing was how to move the artboard freely, and for that you have to press H for hand, and that can allow you to move it. So anyways, I'll go back to wireframe quickly, Control Y, and press V, hold this, so it it has a fixed size and a fixed shape. I will try and let me just rotate it, and let's see what can I do with it. I'll try and put it here. No. I'll hold the path and try to intersect. No, it's not doing so. So what is that I can do now? As you can see, there is a bit of a struggle in trying to, if I hold it from here, it will change the size unproportionately. But if I want to snap it to a certain point, it may not do so. Or I have this point here, I can try to snap according to this. Already see that it's there. I can also see the circle is going out from its standard point, and there are also these differences, but for the moment I will just keep going with what I'm doing. So as you can see, there is trouble in snapping this. This point is the only one that snaps properly. If I press Alt and Shift and try to make it bigger, as you can see, the problem is in the size. It doesn't state proportion. I can create a triangle, but as you can see, it is not doing really a great job. It's not in sync, so I need to find a solution to this. One solution for that is to draw a free shape and adjust it here. I will try that. Now, to draw a free shape, the most versatile tool in Adobe Illustrator is the pen tool. So I'll create a three-sided shape just like this, and I'll go here. I don't know what happened. So I'll select the pen tool again. I will create a shape here. I'll select V. So I have the shape now. The good thing is I can scale it whichever way I want, or I can move these anchor points, because if I select this, I have these things that I can work with. The best one is here, this one, the curvature tool. It also allows me to freely move the points, so I can just snap this one here, snap this one here, and snap this one here. Isn't that amazing? So I can just take another triangle, press V, and just press Alt, take a copy out of it, and let me try and do something here. So I'll just take this and I'll snap it in here, go a little bit closer, hold this, snap it here, hold this, and snap it properly here. I hope somebody can tell me why is it not going here. Must be a reason for that. but I'll keep on trying. As I can see, it's not allowing me to now modify the shape. Something is not right. I'll go back and select the shape again. Again, choose the curvature tool and zoom in and hold the point from here. Okay, I'll just turn off the smart guides for the moment. I'll go into view. I'll turn off the smart guides and try and see if it's not allowing me to do it. For some reason it's not happening. I was thinking that this was an isolation, so it's still not working for me. This, I'll delete this and I'll just come out from the wireframe, zoom out and select everything again, zoom in. So as I can see that even the circles are not in perfect shape, and this over here is not exactly aligned. If I take and try and no, let me just bring back the grids for a moment and now zoom in and see what is going on. So if I select this and go real in, okay, so it is snapping. As you can see, it is snapping. It has to do with the stroke width. I'm too amateur for this, so I'll just let it be for the moment. I'll select everything again and I'll set the fill to none. I'll work on this, learn about this and see what can I do about this. So I'll go back into the wireframe once again, Control Y, and let me try to do what I was trying here. Take a copy out of it and just take it here. I've turned the smart guides off, so I'll turn the smart guides on and let me see. Yep, now it intersects, but it needs to move. I'll just delete this and create a new one. It should be a fine solution to do this. Let's try a four-sided shape. So I'll take this one and hold it from here, intersect it here, and let me go here and try and intersect this here, intersect this here, intersect this here, intersect this here. Now, does this work? So it's still not intersecting properly here. I'm still not getting it. The struggle of a student. I'll just look into it and come back. Alrighty, I think I have been able to find the answer. The thing is, when uh, I have selected the stroke, I have not set it to none, then whenever I draw a shape, the strokes match up with the strokes. But the moment I set the stroke to none, then it tries to match it the inside, and that is where somehow the software calculation changes. A more advanced user would be able to tell me, if somebody is watching it, he or she can pinpoint the fact how to do it, or send me a video link down in the comments. But for now, the only solution that I've been able to find is that I have to select everything and keep the stroke, not set it to none. Now if I go to wireframe, let's say Control Y, and I bring this shape here and I try to do some sort of manipulation. If I take this corner and select the curvature tool, and if I try to bring it in here, now as you can see, it nicely begins to click, and I can zoom in, and now as you can see, it allows me to do the manipulation of the shape that I was trying to achieve. So this is uh, the answer to my problem. Now I can do all sort of things, all sort of manipulations with the shape. I'll press Ctrl Z and I'll bring it here, and I'll bring this down here. I have a more regular shape. Now I can do more manipulations. So I can draw a triangle. Now I can go to the star tool, left click, and take three shapes. I have this now, and I can take it anywhere I want. Press Alt, make a copy out of it, and take it in here. Take the curvature tool and take this here and match it here. Sorry, I've added an extra shape. Okay, so the curvature tool in case of triangle allows me to have more, since okay, I choose a star shape, and that allows me to have more vertices. So I'll delete this, and I'll take the pen tool, draw a random triangle, press V, take a copy out of it, and take it inside. Let's see if it works the same well with the new shape. I'll see, now it clicks. So finally I have been able to find the answer to it. I had to keep the stroke. I cannot set the stroke to none. It changes the calculation of the software. So I can take one more copy of this and take it inside here, choose the curvature. I can set it here, I can set it here, and I can set it here, So some shapes are coming out now. What else can I do now? Now I'll take a copy of this one again. So I can snap it properly. I'll take this one here, press Alt, take a copy out of it, bring it here, take the curvature tool, and that could probably be the reason why these lines are more on the outside and not on the inside, but for now it's okay. As you can see, I can draw more patterns and I can maintain the shape. Things are in rhythm now. Now what I'm going to do is I'll take and I come here, draw, take an ellipse tool, zoom it in, hold the anchor point and press shift and match it here until it snaps properly. So yes, the answer is that I cannot delete the I cannot set the stroke to none, and that is why everything was getting problematic. So I can select these two boxes in this, take the shape builder tool, press Alt and press minus. I can also press minus here. No, not here. I'll just keep it like here, and what I want to do now is select this path, push Control C, Control Shift V, copy and paste in the same place, press Shift Alt, bring it down and hold it, press Shift and move it down here, press Shift, no, press Alt and Shift, make it a little bit bigger, again match with the path, and I want to create one more, Control C, Control Shift V, and Shift and Alt, reduce it further, hold the path, press Shift, bring it down here. So I have three now, and I can take this, take a copy and bring it in here, take the curvature tool and just snap it here and then snap it somewhere in the middle. I can also make it a random shape here. It's completely up to me, and I can again take a copy of it, bring it here, snap the corners here, intersect it, bring it down here, bring it down here, zoom in a little bit, push it here, and I can take a copy out of this, Press Alt, take a copy out of this, and again just bring it in here. Take the curvature tool, again snap it here, snap this one here, snap this one here, zoom in, snap it in here. So I've created some designed some shapes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit delete, come out of the wireframe. I have these shapes now. I'm going to select them all, and now I want to divide them into small parts, small shapes, smaller shapes into boxes and all these shapes. That means cutting out these shapes. Now the one way to do is to, or should I say the only way to do is to divide everything. And for that I need to go here in Windows and find Pathfinder and press this divide. This will divide everything that is here into shapes, but it has only divided it, not broken it apart. For that I will need to right click and press ungroup. Now the moment I do that, now these parts are different. Now I can go here and select the stroke to none. So this is a big lesson. If I'm trying to work with shapes and I need to match the corners or snap perfectly, I have to keep the stroke for the moment, and at the end I can delete it. For now, this is what I've learned. So now I can color it, but what I've learned is from my practice that it is better to have colors selected beforehand and just use the fill tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a small rectangle here and select it, take a copy out of it, take a copy out of it, press Alt, take a copy out of it, press Alt, take a copy out. I'll just use 3 or 4 colors, that's all, or at the most one more, 5. So here they are, the 5 colors that I will use. I'll give them each one color. I'll go to swatches. I'll try and mix the bright and the sort of pastel tones. In bright I can make this yellow, not the stroke. Undo, come here and go to swatches, make it a nice bright yellow. Let's keep one dark at black, and another bright color could be this nice red, and one kind of pastel shade. Now I want to choose little dull, little subtle, so I'll choose a pastel shade of green. I already have this one, I'll just keep it here, and another kind of a creamish bluish, so mix of these colors. Now I'll go here, I can see all my shapes, and I'll take the pen tool, sorry, the fill tool, and begin to fill everything. I will again set the stroke to black so that I can take this color and no, not, I need to select this. I'll sample it and put it here. No, okay. Okay, so I have to select one by one. So I'll randomly select some shapes, make it yellow. Again I need to learn. Hold it this, press shift, give it yellow. Again go here, take this, take that, take that, take one or more, give them a yellow color. Then take this, just randomly picking, give them the red. Take this, that, and this, give it. Again select them. So I'm struggling to paint it, so I forget that once I shift click them, I need to come back to the dropper tool and then choose a color. So that is what is happening. Again go back here, choose the eyedropper tool, give them this color, come back here. I wonder what will happen if I choose the stroke to none. Will the gaps show up? I hope not. I choose this, or this. Take the eyedropper tool, make it black, and then again go select V, choose this, and again take the eyedropper tool, choose yellow. So I'm selecting 4 to 5 shapes at a time. Choose the eyedropper, give it red, maybe green. Oh, Control Z, V, select this, and give it a blue. So yeah, finally I'm getting closer to what I was trying to do. So this is how it is. This is how I, as a new learner, learning to work with the things. So there are important lessons that I'm learning. Turning it green. So this one is left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of this. I'll give them a black color. Should I give it a red? Should I give it yellow, blue? There's too much blue going on here. I'll just give it a black color to avoid repetition. And this color and this one Let's turn it yellow. Enough with this and this. Let me turn it green. Oh, turn this one red. So this is it. This is the pattern that I was trying to create as my first project on grid patterns. I'll group it together. Control Z. Now I can move it. So here it is. Taken me almost an hour to do this, but important lesson learned about how to maintain the colors, how to maintain the proper snapping, which is not to set this stroke to none, keep the stroke, go to the wireframe, and from there I can do more things. If I press Alt, Shift, make it larger, and kind of bring it here. Take the zoom tool, press Z, zoom in more, move it a bit, zoom in more, move it a bit. If I press F, it becomes full screen. So this is it. This is it. I enjoyed the process, even though it took a lot of time, and I'm happy that I was able to complete what I wanted to achieve. Thank you for watching. Thank you.